am dying, shame. I am dying. Betray flu. My brother ufetsa ngrekela Vixie Island. Ka sa rekeng yana. No, I'm kidding. No, I'm not kidding. Why so? My brother ufetsa ngrekela Vix because my ass was way too lazy to go and sort this shit out. My brother bought me Vix because I was like, yo, I am too lazy, way too lazy to go to the shop and get it for myself. Oh, I guys, you know, if there's one thing I hate about my flu, it's that some people like they cough and they cough and all of that. Nah, I don't cough. I literally don't cough. I never cough. Yeah, I'll only cough like once or twice, but not like you know, extreme. Mamo, okay. No more do petri flu. Okay, let's do a story time. I hope y'all been good. I have been good. I can't complain. I'm in the right shape. I just feel like the setting is a bit off today, but honestly I don't have the energy to fix this because right now I just want to and just sort my life out. So my lovely females and gents, the title of this video, of today's video, is I ignored the red flags and it cost me more than I thought, which was my mental well-being. One thing about me, child, I'm always getting myself into situations like, I don't know, I give it to the person who cursed me because clearly this is a curse. Wow, I give it to them, shame. I win. So this story time is something that I've been holding in for a while, and like I don't really want to get into detail about what exactly transpired today, but you know what? Let me rather do a story time about this shit, you know, because it's been a while since I did story times. I feel like a lot of you are going to relate to this because, like, especially if you've ever met someone or you were certain that that person are there for you and all of that, only for them to reveal their true colors. So yeah, guys, this story time is hey. Gosh, my nose is so sore. It's fine. This story time is about the time I ignored the red flags and how it messed with me, honestly, because wow. It's fine. So I met this guy, Nick, and from the very beginning, the connection was there. The first time when we met, I was doing shopping. I was out doing shopping, mochekas, and he was out with a friend, and yeah, that's where the whole introduction happened. Because I feel like he wanted to approach me, but he was a bit scared and all of that. So now when I saw him, like I met him at first, like little did I know what I was getting myself into. Yo guys, like the conversations were flowing, we were laughing and talking every day. Like, yo man, like I don't understand. I really don't understand, honestly. Like, if there's one thing I liked about our relationship was that everything felt natural, bruh. We both, okay, I don't know about him, but we weren't forcing things, you know, we weren't forcing things. Hence I'm saying, like, conversations were flowing, we were laughing and talking. Everything day flow. We clicked from the very beginning. I'm not even gonna lie, child. Like, I really liked that guy. I really liked him. Yeah, he was okay until he got possessed, you know. He was okay, honestly. So unfortunately he got possessed. I changed. At first everything felt exciting, like y'all know I'm one mother hates phone calls with everything in them. But when it came to that guy, okay, no, next time because he was unpredictable. I'm saying no, I like next time, but I knew at night and all of that. Like, he would check up on me, and bro, we would talk consistently. If there's one thing that guy was very interested in, was my life. He was very interested in my life. Wow, he was very interested. And that's a red flag. Because why were you so invested? Okay, I get that you were trying to build something, but I mean, I don't know shit about you, you know? So it's fine. I'll get to that part. And yeah, like, there were moments where he'd say things, bruh, that would make me feel as if he was serious about me. Because one thing about him, he's very good with words. He's very good with words. Go give me tell, oh, you die, should be rich. And no way. So, you know, as a girl, when a guy is serious about you like that in the very beginning, your guard goes down, right? Because remember that for for most of us girls, when guys approach us, man, like God ya hona. So now so to know, okay, this is like serious about me, over, which is a mistake, which is always a mistake, because at the end of the day, they always reveal their true colors. So sharp, guys. Here's the first red flag that I ignored. Inconsistency started creeping in. He was very inconsistent. He was inconsistent. Well, at first he was nice, you know, trying to gain my trust and all of that, of which it worked. But after that, he started being inconsistent. He'd disappear, then come back like nothing happened. Like, what the fuck? So one thing about me, I'm very vocal. I'm not gonna sit back and let you like go and get this started. You know, I'm gonna confront you about all of that. He hated that. He hated being questioned, but we'll get to that part. Oh, oh my bad. When he disappeared, there was like when he started. Let me not say when he, because this happened like after. So when he started disappearing, there was no accountability, no explanation whatsoever. You just move on, you know, just vibes, etc. Like, you got me fucked, you know. I was worried about your ass. Since you are working a very risky job, I was worried about your ass. The least you know can just feel go no, wah 1 2 3, ing last 1 2 3. Isn't move on as if nothing happened. So it got to the point whereby I started making excuses for him, yeah, because of his job. I was always like, maybe he's busy, but who I get that unan busy. No, no, nasibis, or maybe nalibis. I don't know. But anyways, because even then, you know, if there's one thing about that guy and we had a lot of things in common. I mean, so now me, I have a busy schedule, like I have a busy life. But one thing about me, I'm gonna update you. Okay, you know what, name? Tomorrow I'm gonna be gone for the yellow dag because of this and that. That's how I am. That's just how I am. So with him, there was no communication, but he just disappeared. And when he comes back, to comfort the guy on a like galwana, wabo. So another red flag I noticed was that this guy struggled with communication. No matter no man, like something happened, because he was nice at first, you know, and then he changed all of a sudden, man. All of a sudden he couldn't type. It's about type. He couldn't call and just this and that. And look, before, those are the things that he used to do before. You know, he'd tell me the AB, you know what, I'm so sorry for disappearing for the whole day. Really busy 1 2 3 spanning because of this and that. But I changed, you know. If there's one thing I noticed about him was that whenever things got deep between us, he'd completely shut down. Oh my bad. He's one person that doesn't like opening up. He doesn't like opening up, and now I was able to see through him. Oh, okay, so this one is a tough nut to crack. Like the column first, but I'll get to the part of like him first because he doesn't like opening up. You know, he's that person. Oh, fast. Fast. How are you? So it's sharp. How's this? Don't ask me about my life. I'm good. Go away. Give me my stage. I don't know if it's because of his job or vele vele wahlanya ngwanu. Cause wow. Cause sometimes he'd act as if certain conversations didn't happen. You know how I was able to like get him to talk? I'd piss him off, honestly. I'd literally piss him off. Cause I realized he was able to talk. You know, I started believing this thing, you know, when someone is mad, listen to them when they talk. Cause at that moment, so that's what I did. Sometimes I would deliberately piss him off because I wanted to find out what the hell is going on. And unabua like, yeah, things that I'm not even gonna mention. So now the next day when we both come down, obviously I'd ask him about all the things he said, and he'd be like, I said that, no, no. Or he'd brush me off, you know. I changed the topic and I was like, you are honestly a tough nut to crack, yabo. Like another thing I noticed was that he hated being vulnerable with me, and I was bringing out that side in him. So he hated that. He hated that. So instead of taking that as a sign, you know, I tried to be more understanding. I tried to be more patient, because one thing about me, ngizobegezela and complain at the end of the day when my feelings get hurt. But that's just how I am, child. I don't easily give up. Like, I don't easily give up on a person. And I that about myself. I really do, honestly. So, what I didn't realize was that I was doing emotional labor for someone who wasn't meeting me halfway emotionally. He was not, honestly, because he'd shut down, like I said. Okay, so now here's the thing that really got me. There were moments where he would open up, like I said, during arguments or emotional moments, right? Whenever things got heated between us, that's whereby he'd open up. He'd say things about his past, his family, things that affected him deeply. Oh, and when he said those things, oh, no wonder he's like this. No, and in those moments, I completely saw a different side of him, which was a soft side, because he always had this wall up high. I don't know if it's because of his job or whatnot, which I'm not going to mention because I don't want the and but anyways, yeah, like he always had like this wall, you know. He was trying to be this serious person, but I had a way of getting through him, shame. So, and that's when I got a text. Yo, if there's one thing I hate about attachment was that honestly. I'm gonna steam with this, by the way. Because now I started believing, okay, there's a good guy in there. He just needs someone to understand him. He needs someone to understand him, but he needs to soften up a bit, honestly, because wow. Wow, shame. And I feel like that is where a lot of us get stuck, because we fall in love with potential. We fall in love with the person we saw in the very beginning. And now on top of the red flag, you're like, no, that's not him. That's not the guy or girl I met. Can't tell me to be una vele true color style, a girl or boy. No. So another red flag I ignored was emotional push and pull. Yo, he was very good at that. He was very good at playing with. One thing about him, he's a very smart guy. He's an intellect. You know, when they say people like intellects, they are talking about him. That guy is very smart. Mentally, he is smart. He was always a step ahead of me, and that's why I hate him today, because wow. One moment he's present, he's sweet, you know, he's making you feel special and all of that. The next, he's distant, cold, unavailable. And that kind of dynamic, it messes with your mind, honestly, because even when you know or tell yourself that, you know what, this is wrong, there's another part of you that's like, maybe he's like this because of, yeah, well, that's why I said he's an intellect. He knows how to play mind games. So now I found myself trying to understand him. Meanwhile, he was doing whatever. He was doing whatever, honestly, because Him and I, we live like an hour and 30 minutes away from each other. He'd always buy, whenever he's in town, I was literally always the first person he'd call, or hey, I'm in town, go born. And my white ass would go, my white ass would go gear. And yeah, man, after that, highly free now, like, you know what the crazy part is about our relationship? Like, we never had a proper ending, him and I. We were in a relationship. He pursued me for months. I didn't want to be with him. He's a good looking guy, yes, but man, I was just like, when you can smell trouble from afar. That's how I saw him. Because even the first time I was like, no, we're not gonna break my heart. And he was kind of offended and, flipped the story and was like, okay, I'm being biased and all of that. I knew what I was talking about. So yeah, we never had a proper ending. He was very patient with me because I was not ready for a relationship. Very patient until I agreed. I'll give a relationship. Oh, so our relationship, it just became distant, just like that. No more phone calls, no more arguing. Because while him and I, we used to fight like cat and dog. We used to fight. He had a habit of pissing me off. My God, he had a habit of pissing me off. And to him, I also had a habit of pissing him off. Because I remember he would complain about me. And he was like, I have a habit of getting in trouble. I do things that piss him off. So I'm like, so the distance was one of the hardest things I've ever had to deal with, because wow. Now I was invested, I'm invested. Why you made me fall in love with you, and one ghoster, you feel me, without telling me rather on dump or something. When I hated that. I was losing my mind. I fucking him. I fucking hate him, honestly, because he literally just wasted my time. And you know what's funny about him, ne? Because, okay, empath, guys, it's not nice. It's really not nice being an empath. Because before that, he was going through stuff, right? He was really going through something, and I was being there for him, So sometimes I tell myself, because, I'm an empath, I tell myself, you know what, maybe it's because of this that he's going through, which I don't want to mention. But it got to the point where I was like, nah, this relationship is one-sided, yeah, because I believe that if you are going through something, you need that one person o feel safe for him. So him being distant, I was just like, I'm just wasting my time here, honestly. And funny thing is that he's watching. We haven't spoken in months, him and I, but he's watching from a distance. He's literally watching. He's literally like monitor. And now it makes me wonder at the end game again, because him and I, we never had a proper I don't just hey fuck you. Fuck you. So now I was left with questions like, what changed, Diabo? What's real? Did I do something wrong? Well, I was literally asking myself questions for months. So ginala bride, nje, mfana naye nje, him and I exactly the same shame. I guess that's why we are exactly the same. So now I'm like, I'm not gonna text him. I think he decided to go silent. So now I'm gonna go silent. So I was like, no. But at the same time, I'm like, shit, what the fuck did I do, yabo? Because I don't like it when people ghost me, man. Just rather tell me who can say and ghost me after. It's in Osanjeta, yabo. There was this other day, I was so pissed. My level of positivity, it was pissed to the piss test, if that makes sense. I was like, you know what, fuck this guy. Because I couldn't hold it in anymore. I wanted to move on with my life, One thing about me, I want to move on. I'm gonna, like, if now we never had a proper ending or whatnot. I confronted him. I'm phone there. I must, okay. That I need him, I guess. But normally, when I'd call him, he'd return my calls if I didn't see it, you know. But this time he decided to ignore me, you know. I was so fucking pissed. It's like he knew or I was on 100. So I literally left him a paragraph. Because how I hate him, and I still do. Like, I hate him honestly because that was unfair. Yeah, well, it was really unfair. Yo, guys, I need to steam and make a very important call. Like, anywho, so yeah, like I said, at some point I had to be honest with myself, man. It's not like I didn't see the red signs. I mean, I saw them. It's just that I chose to ignore them. You know, because you know when you like someone, over stupid until you can no longer be stupid. I liked him and I believed in us, and the good moments, they felt good, you know. But yeah, he had or has, because he didn't die. I mean, he has a lot of issues, man. It's like, oh, it's like he's dealing with a lot. How feel this person told himself, oh, you know what, I'm not going to be soft no more. So now I feel you turning them into that soft boy era they hate. Now, I feel like he had to make a decision, or you know what, I feel like to him, this like our relationship, it felt too good to be true, because like I said, he has a lot of issues, man. He has a lot of issues. So what I picked up was that he didn't really believe that my, I don't want to say love, okay, my whatever, for him was genuine. That's why he pulled back. Unfortunately, it cost me my peace, my time, my energy. But it's fine. We move. So the biggest lesson I learned was that consistency is more important than chemistry. And you know, he wants to come back because I see the way Sangstock, like I didn't know. He sees that I'm moved on. If someone is not consistent, it will drain you. Because one thing about him, he had this thing at home. He'd complain about me being busy, yet he'd do the same, you know. And he'd complain a lot. He hated my job. He hated my work. He hated my job because it took 70% of my time. But 30% he knew I made sure that I made time for him. Yet Lenny, he'd do the same. He'd do the same. So yeah, guys, that's what happened. Like, I don't really want to dwell much more stories there because a lot happened between us that I don't want to overshare, you know. I don't want to overshare. But yeah, man, that's what happened. So if you've ever been in something similar, comment down below, because I know I'm not the only one, Shim. I'm not. And yeah, guys, I'll see y'all in the next video. I need to steam. Good night, guys. Bye.